But this is where I was just not into it. So speaking of factions breaking up,
They're
the
not. I'm gonna
the
just
way that they lost, the way that Imperium lost, first of all, and this is context that matters. Of course, Giovanni Vinci is the one who gets pinned, right?
yeah.
But
Death taxes. Vinci takes the fall. I would just put that in a t-shirt. Okay, continue. Sorry.
but at the same time, Riddle has Kaiser in an ankle lock, who probably would have tapped. So it's like, so they lose, whatever. And I'm just like, this is just stupid. Okay. I'm upset. I'm like, I am so tired of them making these guys look bad in the ring because they are not bad in the ring. So as they're standing there, and Gunther's like staring down McIntyre, whatever, they're trying to go up the ramp. Gunther yells at Vinci in another language, but who knows what language it was, because like Vinci can talk like so many languages. So can Gunther sleep? I don't know. And as they're making their way up the ring or up the ramp, Gunther walks away, and then Kaiser just kind of like stares at Vinci and just like shakes his head a little bit and then walks away. And Vinci's like, "What, man?" And I was like, "Don't do this. Don't do this." Because also, other than the fact that I don't want Imperium to break up, there were some people who were responding and they were like, I would love to see Vinci as a solo star. And people were posting GIFs of him as
100%.
Vinci in NXT, where he was like pointing to the camera and just like smiling. Like I told you, because they would like snap photos of him and whatever. And they were like, I would love to see this back. I'm like, that's not something that they would ever push,
No.
nor would they ever like make him into a star. So that's why I'm like, no. And
No.
him and Kaiser work so well together. I mean, Imperium in general is great, but like him and Kaiser are a great tag team. So I'm like,
Yeah,
don't do
this is
this.
just the old school European, whatever that sector of the world type of wrestling is, where it is just bereavement, negative reinforcement in defeat and all that. And I mean, that's what Imperium is. They are the PG version of the Blackpool Combat Club for any of our AEW peeps out there.
Mm-hmm.
They just hit hard, okay? They just go out there and wrestle technically, physically. So when you lose, you're punished. And it's maybe a lashing out verbally. It may be, I mean, we saw it, I think, a year ago at this point when Gunther first debuted on the
Yeah,
main
when he
roster.
chopped the shit out of Kaiser.
Yeah, and he would just chop the shit out of Kaiser when he lost. So it's
Mm-hmm.
that tough love. I don't see Imperium breaking up at all. They need this right now. The
Yeah.
factions are going too well. And when I say too well, I mean they're flowing too well. There's no tension, inner turmoil,
Yeah.
which that's how get better, is improve whatever. So because they don't have that, they need to have a reason for it. And losing to Matt freaking Riddle, Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre's whatever. All right, if
Yeah.
Giovanni Vinci gets Claymore kicked, so what? But Matt Riddle is just this constant thorn in your side. It's infuriating to Gunther, and I think that's where the real issue is. And I mean, you heard KO and Sammy say it. Imperium has been on them for a couple months now. We could see them still pop up out of
I
nowhere, leading up. We still have a long time before SummerSlam.
Well, and I think we'll talk about what KO and Sammy talked about. But I do think that that's something that they should really consider doing,